One common mistake is sending an African care worker to prison. If you know anyone that works in the care sector in the Western world, kindly ensure that they see this video. James arrived in the UK to meet his wife and two children who initially arrived before him. The wife was putting him under pressure to come and join them. James was working as a banker in his home country. He resigned and he came to join his wife. When James arrived in the UK, the reality of living in the UK started taking a strain. He thought that the long distance relationship that he kept with his wife, everything is over. He is now a happy man who will be able to see his children, whom he loved unconditionally every day. However, the excitement of being with his wife and two children soon disappeared. James was worried that the wife was the one working so hard to pay the bills while he was looking for a job. He applied for lots of jobs, looking to work in the banking sector because that is what he knows. Everywhere James applied, he said, look, you do not have a UK experience. James was advised by other Africans that, bro, you need to pipe down. Welcome to the real world. Forget about your banking experience. Care might be the easiest way for you to start. Eventually, James went for training. After the training, he got a job as a temporary care worker working with homes with highly challenging individuals, adults with mental health and autism. James was working shift over time, supporting his colleagues. He was happy that, yes, at least I will be able to earn. My wife doesn't have to be paying the bills all the time. He was learning on the job, following the training that he was told, and everything that he learned from his training, James was doing it. One fateful day, James was assigned to work with a big man. This guy has already attacked another carer, and that carer was off work for 6 weeks. James was a little bit apprehensive. He was told that this man, you need to take it easy with the man. Some staff were suspecting that this guy knew what he was doing because he would attack staff and he'll be smiling, saying, you can't do me anything. And that fateful day, James was observing this man. He did not give eye contact as he was advised in training that can trigger the guy. James stayed from afar. He was using all the strategies that he was told, but he noticed that this man all of a sudden, became agitated. James was trying to calm the guy down. He was using soft tone, no eye contact, distraction, redirection, all the strategies that James was told in training. He used them, but it did not work. This guy went from agitation to his behaviors escalated. He approached James. Before James knew what was happening, this guy was punching James like a punching bag. James even thought that this guy is Mike Tyson's trainer. The way the guy was punching James, and he was telling James that there is nothing you can do because you are not allowed to beat me. When the guy punched James so hard that James fell on the floor. When James fell on the floor, James forgot all the training and everything he was told. Instead of stepping back or walking away or calling for emergency support, James forgot everything. He started punching this guy. Boom, 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 boom. He was punching the guy, and that guy was shocked and telling him, you are not allowed to beat me. You are not allowed to beat me. My family will sue you. That was when James realized that he has crossed the line. Staff had to restrain James. Say, you're not allowed to do this, brother. But James said, I've had enough. This guy cannot be beating me like this. When James calmed down, he immediately realized that, dude, I have made a mistake. I have crossed the line. I should not. Meanwhile, the guy that James punched. This guy was lying on the floor, complaining that he has been hurt severely, lying on the floor. The staff watched the CCTV. James was called into a room. Before James knew what was happening, James was now speaking to police officers who told him they are dealing with assault, that James has caused the guy grievous body harm with the way he was headbutting the guy, punching the guy. Before James knew what was happening, he was suspended from work, and eventually, whilst all this was going on, James found himself in the dock. Within 6 weeks, he was charged to court. What James thought that he was the one that who was being attacked, he had to defend himself. He explained himself that he was in pain, that he was in serious pain, that he fell on the floor. And this guy was telling him that you are not allowed to hit me. And he believed that this guy knew what he was doing. Despite James' argument, him and his lawyer's argument that, look, James had to intervene because his life was at risk and he couldn't restrain this guy. Unfortunately, our brother James, who had high hopes before he left Africa, James was found guilty. James was found guilty, and this brother had to find himself in the dock, and he was immediately removed that he will not be able to work in the care sector again. James Sword's case is not an isolated incident. We shared the story of Irene Wanjiru recently, the Kenyan woman who came to the UK with her children. The woman was killed at her place of work in the Midlands. Sadly, the 2 children that she had in the UK, the government took care of them. But the children back home, those children, they missed out. There are a lot of people from our community who are doing challenging jobs. These jobs involve life and death. Sometimes, some of the people that we work with, they are the most challenging people. Some of these people have had different traumatic experience. They can attack you. But you have, even if they attack you, your life is at risk. You have to maintain reasonable restraint. If you do not do that, you will have to lose everything you have worked for just for 1 minute. What are the lessons that can be learned? James is now awaiting sentencing. The social circumstance report will have to be written, presented before the judge, who will then look at all the evidence and decide how long James will have to go in for. What are the lessons that can be learned? Get to safety first. Create distance from the person and move to a safe area as soon as you have assessed that this person is in what we call the zone of red, where all the strategies that you've acquired in training is not going to work. You need to move away. Call for help immediately. Call the police and other emergency services immediately. Do not try to save others when you haven't saved yourself. Do not retaliate, because if you go to court, you cannot justify attacking a vulnerable person. Seek medical and emotional support. Get treatment from any injuries and access appropriate support after the incident. If you were in James's position, you are working as a care or working in the healthcare sector, one of the clients that you're working with is attacking you, beating you, what would you do? Do you have any sympathy for James? Do you think this is fair? This is justice? Knowing full well that the same patient attacked a member of staff as reported by James, that this member of staff, 6 weeks now, is still off work, and this patient has told colleagues, has even boasted that, look, I can beat you, but you cannot touch me. My family will sue you. Let me know what your views are in the comment section. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you have any story that you want to share with myself or the team, you can reach us on our WhatsApp number, and we will always consider sharing if we think that lessons can be learned. Don't forget to like and share and subscribe to this channel. Peace and love. Thank you.